Today, we are exposing 6 Australian supermarket bargains that only suckers fall for. From so-called value snack packs to family favourites in bright boxes, these are the products where Coles, Woolworths and the big brands win big and your wallet quietly bleeds. Stick around to the end because I will show you the easy swaps that give you the same food and the same convenience, without getting price gouged every single week. We have been told that if something has a big yellow special tag or a red down hand, it must be a smart buy. We have been trained to chase half-price stickers, end-of-aisle towers, family value boxes, lunchbox packs and snack-size multi-packs. But here is the part nobody talks about. That tiny unit price line on the shelf label, the price per 100 grams or per litre, often reveals that the loudest bargains are actually the worst value in the entire aisle. Supermarket and consumer examples keep showing the same pattern. Whenever a product is chopped smaller, wrapped individually or dressed up as lunchbox ready, the price per 100 grams quietly climbs. So let us walk through 6 of the worst offenders, 6 Australian supermarket bargains that only suckers buy, and the simple swaps that keep your money in your pocket. Number 6. Arnott's Shapes Lunchbox Multi-Packs. You see these everywhere. Arnott's Shapes Multi-Pack, Cracker Biscuits, Variety 15-pack, stacked at eye level in Woolworths and other chains, bright colours, 15 individual packs, perfect for lunchboxes plastered on the front. One current Woolworths listing has that 15-pack at $6, with a unit price of $1.60 per 100 grams. Now compare that to a normal box of Arnott's Shapes Originals Barbecue, the classic 175-gram box. At many independent supermarkets, that same box sells for around $3 to $4. With unit prices in the range of about $1.14 to roughly $2.29 per 100 grams, depending on whether it is on special. In other words, the big multi-pack that screams value can easily cost more per 100 grams than a standard box. And on a good special for the regular box, you can pay significantly less per gram than for the lunchbox version. What are you paying for? 15 little plastic and foil packets inside one big box. Portion control that you could do yourself. Marketing that trains you to equate more packs with more value, even when the unit price says the opposite. The packaging suggests great for lunchboxes, family value. The unit price quietly says you are paying a premium for tiny bags and extra wrapping. If you want to keep shapes in the house, buy the standard box when the unit price is lower, and portion it into small reusable containers for the week instead of paying extra for mini packs. Number 5. The Snack Cheese and Cracker Value Packs. In the snack aisle, you will find Uncle Toby's the snack cheese dip and crackers in big family packs. One value pack of 12 cheddar cheese snacks, 264 grams total, has been listed around $9 to just over $10 at independent grocers, with a unit price of roughly $3.40 to just over $4 per 100 grams. Now jump to the dairy section. A Woolworths tasty cheese block of 500 grams has been shown at about $8.30, with an approximate unit price of $1.66 per 100 grams in an Australian price comparison. So the maths looks like this. The Snack Value Pack, around $3.40 to more than $4 per 100 grams of snack. Plain tasty cheese block, about $1.66 per 100 grams of actual cheese. You are paying roughly double, sometimes well over double, per 100 grams when you buy the cute cheese and cracker packs instead of a block of cheese. And remember, the low snack weight includes both cheese and crackers plus packaging, so the effective cheese price is even higher. For the same money you could buy a full block of real cheese, a box of plain crackers. Portion them into little containers for lunchboxes yourself. Instead, when you grab the snack packs, you are mostly paying for tiny plastic tubs, convenience, and the idea of a treat. Number 4. Portion-controlled nut snack bags. Nuts are one of the most expensive items in the supermarket already, so paying attention to unit pricing really matters. Large bags of nuts like Woolworth's almond kernels, 750 grams, often work out to somewhere around the $1 to $2 range per 100 grams when they are on a good special, such as $10 for 750 grams, which is about $1.33 per 100 grams. Now look at the so-called premium nut mixes and small snack portions. Some mixed nut packs and roasted nut products sit around $16 for 400 grams, which is $4 per 100 grams. That means big bag of almonds on special, roughly $1.33 per 100 grams. Little roasted mixed nut pack, $4 per 100 grams. You are paying about 3 times as much per gram when you choose the tiny convenience pack instead of the larger bag. What are you getting for that? A sealed little plastic bag you will throw away in seconds. A feeling of portion control that you could get just by using a small jar or container. A lot less actual food for the same number of dollars. If you eat nuts regularly, the difference adds up over a year into serious money. Number 3, tuna snack tubs versus plain tuna cans. Canned tuna is one of the classic budget proteins, especially in Australia. A normal 95-gram can of Sirena tuna frequently sells at around $2 to $2.30 at major supermarkets and in catalogs, with unit prices around $21 to $24 per kilogram. Now look at the snacking versions. Sirena tuna snack tub with tomato and onion, 85 grams, is marketed as a ready-to-eat snack for crackers, salads, or sandwiches. While the individual online price can move around, you can often find these tubs priced higher per gram than the simple 95-gram can, because you are paying for a special tub and lid, a fancier sauce recipe, single-serve convenience. The tuna itself is still just tuna. If you check the unit price on the shelf labels, it is common to see the plain can sitting lower in dollars per kilogram than the snack tub, even when the dollar price on the tub looks small. The snack tub sells you, perfect for lunchboxes, ready to eat, the unit price tells you. You are paying extra for packaging and sauce instead of just buying tuna and adding your own flavor at home. Number 2. Pre-cut stir-fry vegetable kits. In the chilled section, you will see Coles Kitchen and Woolworths own brand stir-fry mixes in bags and tubs. Coles Kitchen, classic vegetable stir-fry, 750 grams, for example, has been listed between about $6.75 and $7.45, putting it in the ballpark of around $9 to almost $10 per kilogram. Meanwhile, loose or basic bagged vegetables such as carrots, broccoli, cabbage and onions can often sit much lower per kilogram. Price comparison tools show some loose vegetables at around $3.60 per kilogram or even lower, depending on season and store. So on one side you have a stir-fry kit at roughly $9 to $10 per kilogram. On the other side, individual vegetables that can come in closer to $3 to $4 per kilogram when you buy them loose or in simple bags. You are again paying a big premium for someone else to wash and chop the vegetables. A branded plastic bag that says washed and ready to cook, a blend that you could easily recreate with a knife and chopping board. If you cook stir-fries often, buying whole carrots, broccoli, capsicum and cabbage, then slicing and storing them yourself can cut your vegetable cost dramatically compared to always grabbing the ready kits. Number 1. Coffee pods versus ground coffee is where price illusions can really explode because most people think in price per pod instead of price per kilogram of coffee. Commenters comparing costs in Australia have pointed out that supermarket coffee beans or ground coffee might sit around $40 to $60 per kilogram, depending on brand, while coffee pods can work out at similar or even higher prices per kilogram of actual coffee when you do the maths. A single pod might only cost around 45 to 80 cents, which sounds cheap, but each pod generally contains only about 7 to 11 grams of coffee. Once you scale that up to a full kilogram, the effective price can rival very expensive specialty beans. With a 1 kilogram bag of ground coffee at, say, $40, you might get dozens of cups by using 10 or so grams per cup. With pods, every single serve uses a new capsule and the equivalent of a very high per kilogram coffee price, plus the cost of all that aluminium or plastic, so the so-called bargain pod deals that shout about cents per pod are often hiding. A very high price per kilogram of actual coffee. A huge pile of waste capsules, less flexibility in how strong you can make each cup. Ground coffee or beans still take a tiny bit more work, but if you drink coffee every day, the long-term saving over pods is enormous. The pattern, how bright bargains quietly overcharge you. Look at these 6 side by side. Arnott's Shapes Multipacks. Unit price around $1.60 per 100 grams, often higher than a standard box when you compare on a per 100 gram basis. The Snack Family Packs, around $3.40 to more than $4 per 100 grams versus roughly $1.66 per 100 grams for a simple block of tasty cheese. Portion nut bags, small packs at around $4 per 100 grams versus big bags that can drop closer to $1 to $2 per 100 grams when on special. Tuna snack tubs, more expensive per kilogram than basic cans, even though they are both tuna at heart. Stir-fry kits, around $9 to $10 per kilogram, compared to loose vegetables that can be $3 to $4 per kilogram, or thereabouts. Coffee pods, per kilogram coffee prices that can rival or exceed very expensive beans, even when each pod feels cheap. When you zoom out, you can see that none of these are luxuries. They are everyday things that slip into the trolley without any thought. That is exactly why they are so profitable for supermarkets and big brands. Nobody argues over a few dollars here or there, but over a full year, those quiet markups can add up to hundreds or even thousands of dollars that could have stayed in your bank account instead. The pattern is simple. Smaller packs, more processing, and more convenience almost always mean higher unit prices. The more a product has been chopped, mixed, sourced, shaped, portioned, wrapped, and branded for you, the further it usually drifts away from the true cost of the raw ingredient. The more a product screams value, family pack, multi-pack, portion control, or on the go, the more carefully you should check that tiny price per 100 grams or price per litre line on the shelf. Supermarkets know that most shoppers never look at that line, so they put all the noise into the big price and the pretty front of the pack, and they let the real story hide in fine print. You do not need to boycott supermarkets. You just need to stop rewarding their most profitable illusions. Every time you choose the boring plain version with a lower unit price, you are quietly voting for real value with your money. Every time you grab the flashy multi-pack without checking, you are voting for more plastic, more processing, and higher margins at your expense. How to stop falling for fake bargains. Here are the simple moves that flip the script without making your life harder. You do not need spreadsheets or apps. You just need a new habit for your eyes and your hands when you reach for a product. 1. Use unit pricing as your first filter. Before you grab any so-called special, glance at the unit price. Price per 100 grams or per litre. Make this automatic. Train yourself so that the small unit price number matters more to you than the big sale price. If the flashy multi-pack costs more per 100 grams than the plain version next to it, it is not a bargain for you. If you see two similar products and one has a much lower unit price, That is your signal to at least stop and think before you reach. You will be amazed how often the quieter, less exciting product is the one that actually protects your wallet. 2. Swap mini packs for big packs plus containers instead of Arnott snack multipacks, le snack trays, portion nuts. Buy the larger box or bag with the lower unit price, a set of small reusable containers or lunchbox pots. You still get portion control, but you stop paying double for tiny wrappers. You can pre-pack a week of snacks in less than 10 minutes on a Sunday night, and you will see the savings every time you check your receipt. You also cut down on soft plastics and fiddly packaging that your bin and the environment do not need. 3. Choose base ingredients over pre-mixed kits instead of stir-fry kits, tuna snack tubs, snack-style rice and similar bundles. Grab whole vegetables, plain canned tuna, simple pantry staples like rice, pasta, and spices. You can flavor them yourself and keep the money the kits charge for chopping and mixing. A knife, a chopping board, and a bottle of soy sauce or olive oil will beat a branded stir-fry kit on both price and flexibility almost every time. With tuna, a plain can plus your own herbs, lemon or mayonnaise can taste better and cost less than any pre-mixed snack tub. 4. Rethink what a bargain looks like. A real bargain is not the biggest red sticker. It is the product that gives you the most real food for each dollar when you look at unit pricing. That might be the brand on special, but it might also be the quiet home brand or the bulk bag on the lower shelf that nobody advertises. If you train your eyes to go straight to that small line on the shelf, you will start to see fake specials everywhere. You will notice that the most heavily advertised items are very often not the cheapest per 100 grams or per litre. Over time, this new way of looking becomes automatic, and you will find yourself feeling irritated, not excited, when you see a huge special sign sitting on top of a bad unit price. Here is one simple rule you can use from your very next shop. For any product you buy every week, compare at least 2 versions by unit price before you put it in the trolley. Do this for snacks, dairy, breakfast foods, or cleaning products that you constantly rebuy. If you find a cheaper unit price with no serious trade-off in quality, lock that choice in as your new default. If this video helped you spot even one supermarket bargain you have been falling for, tap like so more Australians can stop donating their paychecks to marketing tricks. If you want more deep dives that protect your plate, your health, and your family from price games and ultra-processed junk, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. That is how we keep this work going. Now tell me in the comments, which fake bargain shocked you the most today? Was it the multi-pack biscuits, the cheese snacks, the nut portions, the tuna tubs, the stir-fry bags, or the coffee pods? And what is one product you have decided you are never paying sucker prices for again?